Record. All right. This is Jessi at the JCC in St. Paul. We're doing a bar workout tonight. I have light weights, a chair, and my mat. We're going to start in a wide second position. So toes out, heels in, slight tuck of the tailbone under here, arms stretch up to the sky, and then sink the hips down, arms sweep down, and then arms reach. Just a few times here and lift. Sinking down nice and deep for 4, 3, 2, last one, standing tall, hands to your hips, hinge from the hips, so press your hips back and release your hands down. Give the head a shake, yes, and the head a shake, no. And then tenting your fingertips, so just fingertips around the mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale to round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold deeper. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, and then let's allow the arms to hang heavy. Belly button to the spine, rise up piece by piece by piece. Roll the shoulders down the back. 2 more times, just like that. Arms to the sky, sink, sweep, and lift. So we'll do this warm up and then we'll do a little bit of an ab warm up. I think it's nice to get a little stretch in. Seems like a lot of you work during the day. Low back might be tight. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands to the hips. Push the hips back, hinging forward. Give the head a shake, yes. And the head a shake, no. Tenting the fingertips, inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Final time, inhale, lengthen. Exhale to fold, arms hang heavy, hook the belly button to the spine. Articulate up to standing piece by piece. Roll the shoulders down your back. One last time here. Sink and lift. Rest and movement, inhale, exhale. 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, from here, hands to the hips. This time, turn the heels behind the toes, just be a little bit of a different stretch. Push the hips back, slowly melting forward. Let's tent the fingertips this time. Flip the hands the opposite direction and walk the hands through the legs. Just breathe. And exhale. Walk the hands forward, hook the belly button to the spine, rise up piece by piece, and then step to the back of your mat. Feet are parallel, hips distance apart. Just a little ab warm up. Chin to the chest, rounding forward here. Walk your hands out to a high plank. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So wrist below the shoulders, crown of the head's nice and lifted. If you need to, you can drop to the knees, uncurl the toes, or find a forearm plank. Breathing in and breathing out. Smooth, steady breaths. Really press into your upper back muscles. Inhale, exhale. Last big breath in, exhale, drop to your knees. Let's go ahead, sit back on the heels and sweep the legs out in front of us. Legs are long, glue the legs together and pull the toes towards the nose. I'm gonna do just one roll up here. If you know you like a modified roll up, you can bend the knees, ground down through the heels. Feet will be hips distance apart. Arms out in front of you, squeeze the shoulders together, curl the tailbone. Inhale, exhale, roll down and back. Arms stretch up overhead. Now ground down through the low back, slide the lowest ribs down, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the inner thighs, and slowly rounding forward. Restack, I'll count us down here for 10, 9, really make sure the low back is grounded, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms stretch up overhead, point flex the feet, roll the wrists and the ankles. And then bend the knees, please. Feet are grounded, hips distance apart. Make sure you're in a nice flat back. Low back is imprinted to the mat. Arms stretch up to the sky, just over the shoulders. Energy all the way through the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. Find an upper curl hold. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, curl up, shoulder blades leave the mat, arms travel by the hips. 3 more times. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Always put a little pause at the top. Really check in. Are you holding from your core? And final time here. Crunch. And then lower down, arms reach up overhead, roll the shoulders open. Take one big breath in. And exhale. Now slide the hands behind your head, please. Close your elbows in on your face just a touch, and then stretch the legs up to the sky, heels together, toes apart. So my tailbone is not lifting up to the sky. Instead, it's lengthened out in front of me on the mat. Squeeze the heels together. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, lift the shoulders. Now inhale, lower the legs down just a few inches. Exhale, squeeze the heels, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. So you're zipping through the midline of your body, squeezing everything in nice and tight for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gather the knees into your chest, please. Squeeze the inner thighs, and then let's circle the legs to the right for 3, 2, and 1. And circle left, 3, 2, 1. Cross your ankles, grab to the back of your thighs. Take a peek at your belly button. Inhale, exhale. Let's rock all the way to the top. All right, let's come into some standing work here. I'll have you grab onto one of your light weights. The other one can just be down on the ground. And then chair will be out in front of you here. I'm gonna start with the weight in my left hand. My right foot is forward and my left foot is back. Now I'm not really in a lunge position yet, but I have a soft little bend through my front knee and I'm a little bit hinged forward. Firm grip on the chair with your right hand. We're gonna start with a tricep extension. So elbow in tight towards your waist, reach and bend, reach and bend. Do 8 right here. We're already halfway, keep the elbow nice and lifted. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Now this time around, we're adding the leg. So I'll invite you to just step back a little bit further here. Elbow in tight. The right leg is the standing leg. So tighten up to the quad and the glute. When you're ready, left leg back, left arm back. Pull it in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the left leg long, keep the right leg long, stretch the left arm up by the ear. Little hinge forward here. Let's lift the left leg up and tap it down. Lift and drop. A lot of balance, a lot of core for 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, restack the spine here. Right foot stays forward, left foot stays back, going into a bicep curl. So this will be a hammer curl. My palm is facing my hip. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears, and then thumb comes up by the shoulder and control the weight on the way down. Curl and reach. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here comes the legs. As the elbow bends, so do the knees. And stand tall. Bend, stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it low. Bring the elbow in line with the shoulder. Punch up, pull down, up, down. Exhale, inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, step the left foot forward to meet the right. Drop the weight on top of your chair for now. We'll go into a transition series. So heels together, toes apart in your first position. Tuck the tailbone under, everything pulled in nice and tight. Releve, lift the heels, lower down, up and down. So really squeezing inner thighs, squeezing pelvic floor as you lift and lower, up and down. Yep, so first position for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Give me a little bend through the knees and stretch the legs. Bend, straighten. Inhale, exhale. Imagine there's a ball between your thighs. You're squeezing it at the top. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it low for me. Give me little pulses up and down. Pulse, pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch the legs long, release the heel down. Okay, we'll switch to the other side. Right hand has the weight this time. Left foot is forward, right foot is back, starting with those tricep extensions. So remember, the elbow is in tight towards the waist here. Left hand has a firm grip. You reach the arm back, rebend the elbow, stretch and bend. Try to keep the head nice and lifted with the rest of the spine straighten. Bend. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Adjusting our position. Remember, we're adding in the right leg, so step the left foot back just a little bit, and then we're making that left leg the standing leg where we're balancing. So tighten up to the quad and the glute. When you're ready, elbow in tight, reach the leg back, arm back, pull it in. Challenge your balance here. See how much you actually have to rely on that chair for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hinge forward a little bit deeper. Firm grip on the chair with your left hand, right arm reaches. We tap the right big toe down, lift it up, down and up. 4, 3, 2, grow longer. Last 1. Restack the spine, readjust your position here. Your left foot stays forward, your right foot stays back. So making sure that your right hip is squared forward. Remember, we're starting with the hammer curl. So the hand starts down by the hip. From here, bicep curl and reach. And make this a full body exercise. Like really draw your awareness from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head, finding energy throughout the entire body. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll add in the legs. So you bend the elbow, bend the knees, and stretch down, up. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it low for me. Keep the elbow in line with the shoulder. Punch up, pull down. Exhale, inhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. Place the weight on top of your chair. Going back to that first position. Heels together, toes apart. Try not to crank the feet open too wide. Think 10 and 2 on the clock. Relax the shoulders. Releve, lift the heels, lower down. Lift and lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top, hold, hold, hold. Now try to tuck your tailbone under a little bit more, bend your knees and stretch. Try to keep the heels lifted and stretch. Inhale, exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it nice and low for me. Little pulses up and down. Pulse, pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch the legs, drop the heels down, and then find the weight with your left hand. Going into a side series here. So again, isolating the left side. And always play around with how far away you need to be from your chair. Let's bring the left elbow in tight towards the waist here. I'm going to reach it out and pull it in. Stretch it out, pull it in. A little bit of an angle here, slightly forward, but out to the side. Out, in, out, and in. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're adding on a side leg lift. So again, that means that the right leg is going to be our standing leg. This time, let's go ahead and keep the left arm a little bit more straight. We're gonna lift and lower. So lifting at that angle, but a greater range of motion. Reach and reach for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Step the left leg back. Right leg is forward. Sink down nice and deep for me. Hold right here. Do a bicep curl. Push up. Lower down. Release. Curl. Push. Lower. Stretch. Curl. Lift. Lower. Release for 4, 3. Last 2. Here's your last one. Reach and release. Now lift the elbow in line with the shoulder. Punch up. As you pull down, you lower the legs. Bend the knees, bend the elbow. Stretch. Stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it low. Open the arm and close. So I'm goal posting. I'm opening the elbow in line with the left shoulder for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stepping left foot forward to meet the right, releasing the weight down on top of the chair. Transition series. Instead of being in a first position, we're in a wider second position, but we are lifting the heels, so maybe it's not your widest second position ever. Fingertips on, releve, lift the heels, lower down. Can you draw your awareness to your core a little bit more? Up and down. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay nice and lifted. Plie, bend the knees, stretch the legs. Bend, stretch. Inhale, exhale. Push yourself lower down a little bit more for 4, 3, 2, 1. Sink it low, pulse the hips up and down. Pulse, pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch the legs, lower the heels. This time, grabbing onto the weight with the right hand. I'll face you so you can just see this exercise. So elbow in tight towards the waist here. Push it out at an angle. Pull it into the waist. Out and in. Bicep reach. Pull it in. Really draw the core in tight. Inhale. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Adding in the leg lift. Remember the arm exercise turns a little bit differently. So you're just lifting it straight and lowering it back down. It'll be a greater range of motion. So this time your left foot is your standing foot. Transfer your weight there a little bit. When you're ready, you lift the right leg up, right arm up, and release it down. Lift, lift. 3, 2, and 1. Left foot forward, right foot back. Go ahead, sink down into your lunge position. We're starting with that hammer curl. You curl, push up, bend, lower down. Bicep curl, push, top of the shoulder, lower down with control. It's really easy to swing the weights. Push, bend, release. Here's 4, 3, last 2, final 1. Bend, push, bend, lower down. Okay, lift the elbow back in line with the shoulder. Punch the arm up. Bend the elbow, bend the knees. Punch up. Punch, lunge, punch, lunge. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sink low and hold. Open the arm. Close. Goalpost. Close. Exhale. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. Going back into that wide second position. Toes out, heels in, light fingertips. When you're ready, releve, lower down. up, down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the heels lifted, bend plie, and stretch. Bend, stretch. I'm trying to imagine that I'm sliding down a wall here, so I'm keeping my hips ideally stacked right underneath my shoulders. It's easy to lose that. Down, up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it low, give me little pulses, up and down, pulse, pulse, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch the legs, lower the heels down. And then let's come down to the mat. So you can move your chair out in front. And then go ahead, come all the way down to the mat for me, please. And then let's have the legs long. Weights out in front of your chest. Okay, so take a moment, really stack, sit up nice and tall. I know sometimes that's the most challenging part. Let's curl the tailbone. Inhale, exhale, lower down and back to the mat. Stretch the arms up to the sky. Now, this is going to help you a little bit with your roll up. Squeeze the inner thighs. Inhale, chin to the chest. Weights travel forward. Exhale, see how that little bit of resistance helps you. And then fold forward. Rising up, squeezing the weights. Feeling the shoulders, feeling the triceps turn on. Hold the weights here. Inhale, exhale, power through. Rounding at the top. Let's do one more just like that. Rounding, release the head. Draw the core in tight, inhale. Exhale, rounding forward. Go ahead, release your weights, and then just take a forward fold here. Melting your heart towards the thighs, breathing in and breathing out. Let's restack the spine piece by piece. The weights can just come down to the side for now. And then slowly lower all the way down to the mat and stretch the arms up overhead. All right, we're gonna go into a really fun series here. So let's draw the right knee into our chest, pointing the toes. Float the left leg, point the toes. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, lift the shoulders. Inhale, switch the legs. Exhale, switch. Single leg stretch. 6, 4, 2, 1. Bring the right knee to the chest. Take a big breath in. Exhale, rock to the top. 3 times of our rolling like a ball, single leg. If you don't like that, you can have both knees bent instead. So hike the right knee up, float the left leg, roll back between the shoulders, balance at the top, roll back, lift up, final time, and balance right here. Fingertips turn towards the top of your mat. Coming into a reverse tabletop here. So puff out your chest a little bit, find your core, drive through this right heel, and then go ahead, pick the hips up. From here, float the left leg up, triceps, bend, push. Notice my hips are traveling. Lift, bend, push. 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down, keep the left leg up, releasing to the mat. Right leg is nice and long, scissor kicks. So couple options, you can grab to the back of the thigh, the calf, or the ankle. Please don't grab on the knee, but grab up as high as you can, lift the head, neck, and shoulders, point all 10 toes, pull the leg in nice and tight. Inhale, switch the legs, exhale, switch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee into the chest, right leg is long. From the top, let's take a big breath in all together and exhale to heat through your mouth. Make sure your low back is grounded and supported. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Take a peek at your belly button. Float the right leg, single leg stretch. Inhale, exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee is into your chest. From here, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Look at your belly button. Inhale, Exhale, rock it to the top. 3 times through our rolling exercise. So floating the legs off the mat. Draw your core in tight. Find your lower abdominals, rounding forward just a little bit here. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, balance at the top. Inhale, back. Exhale, up. Final time. Inhale, back. Exhale, up. Left foot in line with left hip joint. Fingertips facing the top of your mat. Reverse tabletop series. So you're driving with your left heel here. You're lifting the hips up. Flip the right leg up to the sky. Triceps bend and push. Bend, push. 4, 3, 2, last one. Bend, push, lower down, right leg stays up, left leg is long. Grab up nice and high on your right leg for scissor kicks. Point all 10 toes. Lift head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Separate the knees towards the underarms here and then stir the knees. Just massage up the hips a bit here. And then reverse that motion. All right, cross the ankles, grab to the back of the thighs, look at your belly button, inhale, exhale, rock it to the top. Let's find our way to tabletop pose. So wrists are below the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. Draw the crown of the head in line with the rest of the spine. Lower abs pulled in really tight. Little flexion extension here. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze for cow. And exhale, rounding through your spine for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Final time, inhale, cow. And then exhale into your cat. Let's round through our spine back into a child's pose. So knees are open to the width of the mat. Big toes together, walk your hands forward and release your heart down. All right, rise back up to all fours. This next series is challenging. If you are not into it, that's okay. Like, Jessi, I don't want to do this. It's Monday. Go ahead and just take whatever version of a plank you want. So you can be down on your knees, you can be on your forearms, or just hold a regular plank. Splay the fingers nice and wide. Curl the toes under, float the knees off the mat. We'll stay with the right leg. Float the right foot off the mat. Draw the right knee into the chest, then kick the leg up and back. Right knee into the chest, up and back. And notice I'm not lifting into a downward facing dog. Hips are staying relatively low for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop to your knees and your elbows. Elbows below the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Fill up the space between your shoulder blades. Find support from your upper back and then stretch the right leg long again. Point the toes, lift and tap, up, down. Really squeeze out the top of that leg lift for 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the leg lifted. Give me little pulses up and down. Pulse, pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest back into child's pose. Take a big breath in and exhale. And then let's rise back up here. Let's find that plank. Any version of a plank, you're welcome to hold. Curl the toes under, lift the knees up, keep the head nice and lifted. Lift the left leg up, bring the left knee to the chest, kick the leg up and back. Find a little bit of work underside of the glute. And kick. You have 4, 3, you got this. 2, last one. Bend, stretch, drop the foot down to elbows and knees. All right. From here, left leg is long, point the toes, fill up the space between the shoulder blades. You lift the leg up and you tap the big toe down. Lift it up, squeeze the glute down. Big exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top. Give me little pulses up and down. Pulse, pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. I'll have you sit back on your heels and gently sit up here to do a little bit more standing work before we end on the mat. So have you grab onto your chair. Keep it out in front of us. And then let's start with the right foot forward and then left foot behind here. I'm losing my mic, sorry. Okay, so we're gonna angle both of our feet here. So I have my right foot forward, my left foot back. My right heel, my left big toe are in line. Let's go ahead, releve, lift both of the heels, lower down, up and down. Now, if you've already decided this doesn't feel great on your knees, then just don't angle your feet as much. We lift and drop for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top. Bend your knees, stretch your legs. Bend and stretch. It's hard to see because I'm wearing dark pants, but my knees are going apart here. Then they're coming. The thighs are coming back together as I lengthen the legs. Bend, push. Here's 4, 3, 2, almost there. Last one, hold it low for me. Give me little pulses up and down. Pulse, pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch the legs. Turn the toes forward. Come to your forearms, please. Right foot stays forward. Left leg is long behind you, pointing the toes. Now try to keep your head nice and lifted here. Lift the leg up, tap it down. Up and down, just like how we did on the mat. Up, down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the leg lifted. Flex the foot. Give me little pulses up and down. Squeeze the underside of the glute for 4, 3, 2, 1. Curl the heel to the glute. Pulse it up and up. Pulse, pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch the leg long. Curl the heel in 8 times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, focus on the hamstrings, back of the thigh as you rebend. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, final 1. Step the left foot forward to meet the right, and then we'll start from the top. This time, left foot is forward, right foot is back. We're angling the feet here. Left heel in line with the right big toe. Light fingertips. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, releve, lift the heels down and up. Find that imaginary line through the midline of your body. Draw everything up and in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay lifted. Bend, lengthen. Keep the heels lifted. Bend, stretch, squeeze inner thighs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it low. Try to tuck that tailbone under. Give me little pulses up and down. Pulse, pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch the legs. Drop the heels. Turning the feet forward. From here, finding your forearms. Last standing series. So left foot forward. Right leg long and back. Lift and drop. Try to keep the right hip squared down. That's the challenge. Exhale, inhale. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg is lifted. Flex the foot. Pulse up and up. Squeeze, squeeze. 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel into the glute. Pulse up and up. Square that right hip down. 3, 2, 1, stretch the leg, curl the heel into the glute. Stretch, bend, almost there. Halfway, you got this. 4, curl. 3, exhale. 2, last 1. Release the right foot down. Keep your hands on top of your chair. Walk your feet back. Open your feet to the width of the mat and melt your heart down. And then let's slowly rise up to standing and move the chair off to the side. Let's come back to hands and knees, please. Wrists below the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We'll wag our tail a little bit tonight, so actually let's bring the legs together to touch and drop both hips over to the left. Look back towards the right ankle. Inhale, flow through center. Exhale, hips drop over to the right. Look back towards the left ankle. And we'll do this a few times here. And I like to take a little bend through the elbow as well. Helps me get a little bit deeper. And then let's finish up the set that we're on and return back to center. Coming back into another plank series. Curl the toes under, float the knees up. This time, right knee to the chest, but you bring it over towards the left elbow. Reach it up and back. Cross over left elbow and reach. Here's number 4. We're halfway there. We have 4, 3, 2. Last one, lift, drop down to the knees, drop down to the elbows. Fill up the space between the shoulder blades. Reach the right leg long and back. Float the leg up, curl the heel into the glute, tap the right knee down, kick the heel to the sky. Drop, lift. Pay attention what's happening with the core. Can you draw it in a little bit tighter, but a tiny bit more stability through the hips for 3, 2, 1. Little pulses, up, up, pulse, pulse, 2, 1, back to child's pose. Big breath in and exhale. Rise up to hands and knees, last plank of the day, I promise. So let's curl the toes under, lift the knees up. Remember, holding any version of a plank instead of this is perfectly fine. Let's float the left foot off the mat. You cross the left knee over towards the right elbow and reach the leg up and back. Cross, reach, inhale, exhale. 4, 3, final 2, last 1. Lift, drop down to elbows and knees. It's like I couldn't get down fast enough. All right, right knee underneath right hip. Lift the head up. Left leg is nice and long. Lift the left leg up, curl the heel into the glute. Now tap the left knee down to the ground. Kick the heel to the sky. Let's actually flex the foot and lift. Okay, here's 3, 2, and 1. Pulse, up and up. Pulse, pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Flip onto your back, please. We'll hang out in constructive rest for just a moment here. So that's knees bent, feet hips distance apart, and then arms down by your side. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears. Slight tuck of the chin to the chest, but the head will remain down on the mat. Curl the tailbone to the sky. Inhale, exhale, articulate up, shoulder bridge. Now hang out at the top for a second. Taking that deep sway out of the low back, and then starting at your heart, inhale, exhale, melt down. And just do this a few times. This really isn't about the glutes. We did quite a bit of glutes. Just make this about the breath and a little massage for your back body. One more time here. Gently melting down to the mat. Open your feet to the width of the mat and windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Legs come all the way back to center, right knee into the chest, left leg long on the mat. Guide the right knee over towards the right underarm. Do some wide circles here. And reverse that motion. Cross the leg all the way up and over to the left. You're rolling off your right hip. Stretch the right arm out long. Look out over the fingertips, supine twist. And then let's come all the way back to center. Give the right knee a little hug and then switch out here. So left knee in, guiding left knee over towards left underarm, wide circles. And reverse. Cross the leg up and over to the right. Reach the left arm long, look out over the fingertips, supine twist. Couple rounds of breath. Come all the way back to center for me, please. And then let's prop ourselves up onto our elbows. Elbows are below the shoulders. And then puff up your chest a little bit like we did during that reverse tabletop series. Lifting the legs up, stretch the legs to the sky. So if you have them up too high here, you're really not going to feel this in your core. So bring them down a little bit for me, please. Separate the feet, lower the left leg, maybe foot or two off the mat and switch. Inhale, exhale. Now let's say you're really grabbing in the hip flexors. Just don't lower down as far, or maybe you take a soft little bend through your knees. We have 4, 3, 2, 1. Right away, heels together, toes apart. And remember, want a little bit of an angle here. Inhale, lower just a few inches. Exhale, squeeze inner thighs, lift. Inhale, exhale. Now think about when we lift and lower the heels on the mat. Can you find that same sensation here? Squeezing inner thighs, squeezing pelvic floor for 2 and 1. Gather the knees into your chest. Do a little rock from side to side. Cross the ankles, grab onto the back of the thighs. Shift your gaze towards your belly button. Inhale, exhale, rock to the top for a spine stretch. Shift your hips back on the mat. Separate your feet to the width of the mat, and then arms stretch out in front of you. Now squeeze the shoulders together, going nice and tall off the sits bones here. Inhale. Exhale, lead with the crown of your head. This isn't a forward fold. This is a really nice thoracic or flexion through the thoracic spine. So rounding here. Inhale. And then exhale, belly button up and in. Inhale here. Exhale, rounding forward into flexion. Inhale. Exhale, belly button up and in to restack. And then this time, go ahead, round forward more. Maybe you melt your heart down towards your thighs, reaching for the calves, the ankles, the heels. Completely relax the muscles in your face, your neck, your jaw. And we'll restack the spine piece by piece. Let's end in just an easy seated posture here. Roll the shoulders down your back, bring your chin to your chest, and gently rock your chin from shoulder to shoulder. Now, everyone's neck is a little bit different. If it feels okay in your body, maybe you take some full neck rolls, or maybe not. Let's lift the head up over the body here. Inhale, exhale, drop the head all the way back. Open your mouth as wide as you can, and then seal the lips, and just a little rock from side to side, stretching out the throat. Lift the head up over the body. Inhale, arms stretch to the sky. Exhale, let's do a deep twist over to the right. So your left hand is on the right thigh. Use that connection. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, deep twist over to the left this time. Right hand firmly presses into the left thigh. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, deepen your twist. Slowly